We are here with Payton Wilson, linebacker, NC State. No relation, Ryan Wilson, but we're both from North Carolina, so maybe there's a relation. We'll find out over the course of this conversation. So Payton, you had a fantastic career. You are one of the best, if not the best, linebackers in this draft class. The questions are going to start with the injuries, and I'm sure you've gotten a ton of those questions already and gone through the medicals. When teams are talking to you about the injuries, what are the concerns and how do you answer those concerns? Because when you watch you play, there's no issue in terms of what you are as a playmaker.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you said, I've definitely been through some stuff in my college career, earlier in my career. I just got to praise the Lord for that, the trials and tribulations. I think when you turn on my tape and you see that I play with my hair on fire, I think a lot of that comes from missing time from the game.
He's laughing because that's his saying, hair on fire. He loves that.
I just don't take this game for granted. I don't take practice for granted. I don't take the weight room for granted because I've been in situations where it's been taken away from me. Just these last 2 years, I've stayed super healthy. Like I said, praise the Lord for all of that. Just continuing to push every single day and just, play the game like it's going to be taken away from you because at the end of the day, none of us know when it's going to be taken away.
You're in these meetings at night, and I know most of them are probably putting up your tape, right? Yeah. And kind of evaluating on tape. What is the biggest thing that they say you need to work on as you get ready to embark in your NFL career?
Yeah, well, I'm a massive critic of myself. I think a lot of it comes down to them asking me what I think I need to work on, and I think a lot of it is just the way I play is so aggressive, and like I just said, hair on fire. Just learning how to hone that in, and just continue to elevate my game, just continuing to watch film, and just improve my football IQ.
Can I be a critic?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Does anyone talk to you about there's no question about your range, your athleticism, everything, your impact that you have on football games, but the biggest thing, in my opinion, linebackers have to work at the next level is hand use.
Yes, sir.
And taking on in line. When you watched you down at the Senior Bowl, I saw improvement there. Can you talk about that Senior Bowl experience and what you carried over from the season and how it even elevated more when you got down to the Senior Bowl? Yeah,
like you just said, this season when I played, it was a lot of just, trying to make every single tackle, finding ways not to even be involved with blockers, get away from them. But, when I got to the Senior Bowl, playing in that 4 down with literally the best guys in the world, you have to use technique. You can't just trust your talent and trust your skills. You have to use technique. You're playing against literally the best in the world. Credit to the coaches that were there. We had amazing coaches that worked on me with my technique, just making sure that I use my hands and I'm not just trying to avoid blockers and slip blockers, because in the NFL you have to take on blockers and you have to be sound in your gap or you're going to get exposed.
See, that was pretty good picking out a weakness, wasn't it?
Rick's trying to be more positive, so we're working on that, Payton. Let me ask you this, though. Off-ball linebacker is your title in terms of the position you play, but watching you at NC State, you move all over the place. Yeah. How far back can you go, and what is your most comfortable position as you get closer to the line of scrimmage?
Yeah, well, I love being an off-ball linebacker, in that middle, so nobody can really run away from me. But, credit to Coach Gibson and the way that he used me this year, just being able to, showcase my skills off the edge. Sometimes I was in a post-safety position. Like I said, just credit to Coach Gibson and the way that he was able to use me this year, and kind of, a lot of the reason I had so much success was because of him and the way that he used me this year, and I really enjoyed all of it. But I'm ready to be an off-ball linebacker that can just be sideline to sideline and make plays all over the field.
I was going to ask you Rick's question. If they ask you where you want to play, off-ball is where you want to be?
Yeah, I'll go where any team needs me, whatever they need.
Rick doesn't want to hear that. He wants to hear where you want to play.
But, I would love to be an off-ball linebacker, just being able to flow sideline to sideline, taking control of a defense.
Okay, I've sat in a lot of interviews. I'm going to ask you another probably interview question that you had during these team interviews. And like I said, there's no question about the energy and effort you play with. Yeah. But there's a reason why you play with that energy and effort. Right. Don't give me the typical line, well, we love to play the game and all that other BS. Something drives you. Yeah. What drives you to be the type of player you are besides the typical generic answers that most people give?
Yeah, well, there's 2 main reasons that I play the way I do. The first one is Jesus Christ. He gave me these talents, and I think the main way to honor him is to maximize those and play as hard as you can. My goal in life is to build as big of a platform as I can so I can bring more people to him and honor his name. And the second reason is just like I said, I've had this game taken away from me. I've watched people do what I love when I can. I never want to experience that, and we never know when that's going to happen. So I play every single play like it's my last. I grew up on a farm, and my parents weren't too easy on me. So, the work ethic has been instilled in me, and, the high motor that I play with is never going to change, and I'm literally willing to die on that field. So.
All right, let's get to the nitty-gritty, Payton, because when you watch you on tape, you're moving, not just moving for an off-ball linebacker, moving for everybody. How fast are you going to run this week?
I don't want to put a set number out there, but I think it's going to be, one of the faster linebacker times that, we maybe have seen here.
I'd love to see it.
I would love to, obviously be the fastest linebacker here, but just going to put my head down, going to, trust my training, trust Matt Gates and Tony Villani, who I think are two of the best in the business, and just go out there and try to fly.
I don't think you need help running fast. You do that pretty well on your own. All right, I'm going to ask you a couple social media questions before we get you out of here because we're big social media guys. We are not the big social media guys.
Yeah, I'm right there
who's your football GOAT?
For me, it's honestly Luke Kuechly. I've really modeled my game after him, or at least tried as much as you can. It's hard to be like the best linebacker to ever play the game, but the intensity, the IQ that he had, I think just a lot of the plays he made because he knew what was coming, and I tried to model my game after that. Just coming downhill, being a player that wants to hit everything, wants to make every single play.
You should have gone to Wake Forest, is what I'm hearing. No, I'm kidding. He's your Wolfpack. What you going to ask your question, Rick?
Yeah, I'll ask 2 questions. On your hot dog, ketchup or mustard?
Well, I'm from Hillsborough, North Carolina, so we're loading it up. Ketchup, mustard, relish, chili. We're putting it all on there.
And what emoji do you use the most?
Oh, emoji. If you texted me, you would realize that I'm not a great texter, but I guess just
we're here.
I guess just the laughing emoji, just being friendly with everyone, trying to enjoy life, trying to make the best out of this life.
Payton, I can see into your future, and this is what it's going to look like. Rick Spielman, you guys are on the same
That'd be a great life. So
that's right. You will be doing pretty well.
Yes,
absolutely. Payton Wilson, NC State linebacker, soon to be in the NFL, balling out there. Payton, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.